Hey guys, it's Sarah here from New England Junk Journals. I am on with an antique haul from the antique store. I found some really cool stuff and a large amount of it. So I'll go through and I'm going to show you. And while I flip through these, I will tell you a little story. I don't know if I should tell this story, but I'm going to. I went to a yard sale / estate sale the other day, and I thought I had scored the score of a lifetime. I really should have paid more attention to what the content was, but I pulled up and I got out and immediately saw stacks and stacks of old ledger, boxes full of paper ephemera, and I was excited beyond words, as you could imagine. I asked the man who was running the sale how much he wanted for some of the ledgers that I had very briefly looked through, and he pointed to the whole lot and said that he would let them go, all of it, for $100. And I said, oh my gosh, that's way too good to be true. But that's what he was selling them for. And I just poked around a little bit and I said, yeah. I went ahead and I paid him $100 and started loading things into my trunk. I got it home and I did a little bit more digging. And I'm telling you guys, my car was full. My trunk was full to the top. My back seats were full of boxes. There was all kinds of stuff in there. But the content and the source of where these items were from was, I wasn't comfortable with it. Let me put it that way. And a lot of people would probably say, oh my gosh, that's so silly. There were a lot of let's just say it came from a very esoteric source, a lot of secret society type stuff in there. And for me, the first couple moments I was like, oh my gosh, these are the absolute perfect thing for my dark academia bundles, and I would have years worth of content. And that lasted for maybe 30 seconds and till I did a little bit more research and I said, no, no, I'm just not comfortable with this. Whether that's silly or whether it's not, for me, it was a personal boundary that I really wasn't comfortable crossing. So here I was with an entire car full of items that I did not want to hang on to. And I had invested $100 into it. And it wasn't for me. So the next morning, I got up and I called my friend at the antique store. And I said, hey, I have this ephemera and I have quite a bit of it. I have over 100 books, like ledgers, but they weren't all ledgers. Some of them were like receipt books and notebooks. Are you interested in this? And I mentioned that it was from a place in Maine. It did have a lot of history behind it. And very thankfully, he was excited to look through it. So I have all unloaded it onto the guys at the antique store. And I did make a return on my investment, which I think was a blessing that I probably wasn't entitled to, but it was a blessing. And so, yeah, I'm still sourcing for my Dark Academia bundles. They have evolved a little bit into something I think is even cooler. But yeah, there will be no esoteric secret society stuff in them. I think I found another way to go with them that will be as equally interesting, if not more sustainable. So stay tuned for that. Some of these books actually may end up being in those bundles. I found some great natural history pages here. Books with some fun, like old library feel to them. Study. Yeah. So that's my little story. Be careful what you source, because you may end up regretting it. Yeah. I absolutely want my bundles to have a great antique Victorian scholarly feel, but I just don't want them to dip into the esoteric or the occult or the occult adjacent. That's a line for me, a bridge that's too far. So let me bring out the rest of the books that I have for this haul. All right, so we've got some paper ephemera things here. For instance, this beautiful, like absolutely falling apart box full of these old pictures. Aren't these so sweet? I love these. This one's actually a duplicate. But they are so sweet and so old. This one even has the that silvering that happens. So super pretty. This is a beautiful needle book from Personal Finance Company for 1933. I picked up 2 of these, which I think is maybe it's silly, but I loved the color of the paper inside. And it's a nice textured paper. You've got like bright yellows. You have this beautiful green in here, this peachy color. And it's just full of poetry, and a white here. And it's just poetry like by the month. It's really cute. And did it say a year? Printed in Japan, and these are from 1967. So I picked up 2 of those. They had a very, very old map from Rand McNally. This is a 1904 war map of Russia and the continent of Asia. I'm not going to unfold the whole thing, but I thought that was cool. Then I found this. It's just absolutely falling apart, guys. It is a summons, a court summons from the state of Georgia in 1893. So it's got some little documents here. And I mean, you can see they're all eaten away. Here's a handwritten piece here, and it's attached with these like little eyelet type things. just like that. Here is a portfolio. And inside, there are just a few things. The Agincourt song, a facsimile. And I say that, but this piece itself is quite old. And a bunch of these. It's from the Grumio, I think that's how you pronounce it, newspaper subscription agency. And it's just these like little renewal or information slips that you would mail in. And a beautiful letterhead here. And then it's just these very soft but thick kind of like folio pages. They almost feel like they're like blotting paper. You know, they're so thick, and that's probably what they were used for. As you can see, it's got some stains on it, but they're like big pieces of blotting paper. And there's this lady's blotter in here as well, quite used. And this one, which originally was spritzed with this fragrant disinfectant and disease germ killer called Cosmos, which is interesting. I mean, it's far, far, far long ago lost its scent. But at one time, it was disinfected. So good to know, right? And they're just so thick pages. Just a scrap of laid paper. And then the map on the back from 1888. Not map, I'm sorry. The calendar on the back from 1888. So fun little pieces there. And then a ton of books. A ton. I really feel like I hit the mother load. This is so cute. Hints on etiquette and the usages of society. It's just a quaint little book, but look at this. Look at those lithographs. Yeah, I can say lithographs, guys. From 1951. And it's just the most adorable little etiquette book. Here's another lithograph plate. One there. And one there. They're so cute. I got 100 best poems for boys and girls. They've got great little silhouette headers on some of these pages. Really sweet. This is great paper. It's from 1930, but the paper is really, really nice. Next, we have Betty Comes to Town, a letter home. It has this very interesting cord tied around it. A gorgeous picture right here. And I'm not sure if this is like when I say historical, obviously it's historical, but if this, it appears to be based on a real place. Elizabeth Fordham, 1909. I should have done a little bit more research on this one. But if you guys know, you can let me know. But it's got these great interiors. Beautiful Victorian looking interiors. So that is that. And this is from the Wanamaker Galleries, Furnishings and Decoration. Very interesting. I found these 3 Ford almanacs, 1959, 1960, and 1961 for farm, ranch, and home. And they are really, really cute. Like all kinds of stuff in here. Handy hints, labor saving, some almanac stuff here. Pictures of some cars and some crops. These are really unique. And they all, I mean, they have similar things in them. I loved the covers, though, first of all. The covers were just great. Super cute. This is a hotel wages table illustrated catalog, okay? Very unassuming on the outside, right? Hotel wages table computed for 28, 30, and 31 days. So each style of a month. And then the pages inside, though, are these really cool, like advertisements, like a catalog. It's a catalog. Yep, it's a catalog. So these are really cute. I loved these pages with the little like sample ledgers in them so that you can order different ledger books. The typography is really, really cool. Oh yeah, just like, I mean, how cool. There's so much in here. And then different wage tables. And did I tell you a year on this? I probably didn't. And I may never know. I don't see a year on here. Oh. Well, I know it was published by William Allen and Company, Hotel Stationers, Printers, and Lithographers, Wisconsin. And at one time, someone was selling it for $30. It says here that they were established in 1879, so it's definitely after that. I would be guessing that it was closer to like a more Victorian time. The early 1900s. But yeah, super fascinating. Love the colors, loved everything about this basically. Bunnies by Queenie Holden. It's got a little scrap here. And this is 1929 by Whitman Publishing. And it's just an adorable little book. But look at the bunnies. They are so cute. Oh, I just thought that the illustrations in here were adorable. The Story of Mary's Little Lamb. $1928. And this is a facsimile of 2 pages in McGuffey's Old Second Reader. Right here. And then it just talks about the origin of the Mary's Lamb poem. A lot of great pages in here, pictures and things like that. So fun, and I love the cover. the Bobbsey twins in a great city. I love that this had the color illustration right on it. And then tipped in here, we have this gorgeous little Christmas postcard. There are some plates. Super cute. This is Cowboy Sam and Sally. Lots of book tape on this. From a library in Massachusetts. $19.59. Look at the bright colors. I love how these illustrations just pop off the page. It's got a library ephemera inside. And lots of these gorgeous illustrations. So cute. Now this is a automobile green book. An all-in-one guide. Officially endorsed by published by the Scarborough Motor Guide Company. 1930. Look at these blue pages. They're so intense. Kennebunk Beach, Maine. Very nice. This just has a lot of really interesting typography and like format to it. All kinds of these fun advertisements. And then in the back, it had a couple of these maps. That's pretty fun. Next up, I have about all the Uncle Wiggily books that I think I've ever seen in my life. So we've got Uncle Wiggily's Adventure, which, like, one of the things I love about this series is how bright it is, and it's a Platt and Monk publication. So they were just fun little children's stories. And then every so often through here, you will get a nice color plate. This one might have just had it at the beginning. Yeah, it seems like this one only had it at the beginning. This one has got a very colorful but grungy cover. Uncle Wiggily's puzzle book. And this one here has one of these more monotone plates. And very, very soft paper. This one does seem to have some fun little illustrations sprinkled throughout the whole book. Uncle Wiggily, Charlie, and Arabella Chick. Another great plate there. Yeah, this one's pretty much falling apart. This has got very, like, soft cottony paper. Now, when I say cottony paper, I don't mean rag paper. I just mean cottony feeling paper. This one has quite a few plates in it. Very unique looking. Uncle Wiggily's airship. A few plates in this one as well. They're this funny green and like rust red color. I think I have a very colorful, more colorful version of this in a paperback. Uncle Wiggily and Baby Bunty. So cute. Nice. Funny. Uncle Wiggily in the Country. I may have more than one of these. Yeah, this one has that great color plate in it. Here's another one right here. Yeah, this one I definitely have more than one copy of. And then Uncle Wiggily's Fortune, I think I may also have a second copy. I've just been like collecting these. I don't know why. I just think that they're very interesting. Ooh, this one looks like it's missing pages. I just saw that. Where did I see it? Here. It looks like some pages may have... Well, I don't know. These two stitches are very tight, and these ones seem to have come undone for some reason. I have another little selection here. I mean, the bookcases were just, they were giving. They were definitely giving on this occasion. This is the Playroom book. It is quite old, and it's 1885. And yeah, it's seen better days for sure. But it has a bunch of really, really sweet Victorian illustrations in here, these engravings. Very pretty plates. So this can definitely be salvaged and used for something. I absolutely love it. Nettie and Maggie. So the inscription up here says series of 1889. This came from the library of a church, and I believe it's like one of those kind of like tract books. But there's some lovely little headers and plates. It's definitely like of a religious nature for sure, which these little books tended to be during that time. Cover absolutely adorable. The cover says Life Illustrated. But look at that one. Look, this is a rag paper plate, but it has been ruined by somebody coloring all over it. And this is another one. This one's definitely by the American Tract Society. 1861. If I'm not mistaken, this one also had some illustrations. Or perhaps I got it from the cover. Oh, no, it does. Another one, but somebody has colored all over these plates. Let's see. All right. I have I have like 3 Chatterbox books already, but I picked up this one as well. It's from 1876. And these are full of engravings, these Chatterbox books. This is cute. I think it's the only one I have that has a full color plate. Love the cover page. These are always just gorgeous. And then pretty much almost every other page tends to be a engraving. So these are very richly illustrated. And you've got these beautiful drop caps on a lot of the pages as well. These tend to have been mass produced. They were bound in a way where they didn't really last a long time. So again, like ripped papers, because children were always constantly reading these. They tend to fall apart quite a lot. They are still able to be folded for the most part, I believe. William Wilberforce. Yeah, talking about all kinds of very influential people in these books. I'm just trying to find a page that I would be happy folding to show you guys. To show you guys how they fold. All right, let's try this one, just because. So you can see, I did not, oh, this one's got a rip in it anyway. So, okay, so I don't feel so bad. So you can see that it does start to like fracture a little bit, but it doesn't break. And I have a feeling that this is the wrong way to fold it too. Like it probably folds better this way. Every paper has a grain. If you fold it on the grain, you are much less like, yeah, because even on the diagonal here, you can see that there's no like flaking or anything like that. If you fold with, you know, oh, look at that. With it, you can manage to fold it pretty well and have it hold up. Now, alternatively, if you wanted to fold it this way, you could also reinforce it first and you would have no problem. A little paper tape usually works wonders. That is usually what I use. And I put the paper tape on the side that is not illustrated, on the text side. And it's pretty translucent, so it does blend well with the background. But yeah, I'm going on and on about this one book. Let's move on. Bob's Merrill Readers, book 3. It's quite, that's not coming off, so that's definitely stained. $1942 is the, I'm sorry, 1939 is the copyright. Lovely, lovely, beautiful color on these. These beautiful lithographed illustrations. I absolutely love these. So fun. beautiful. This one's called Prayer for a Child by Rachel Field. And again, it's quite destroyed. These are the books that I take apart. They're written in, they are ripped. This is from 1944 from the Macmillan Company, and it just has some gorgeous illustrations in here. These are so sweet. Somebody took a crayon to some of these. But all the better for us to use them. And the last stack here. Some of these are very interesting. This one, of course, is 8 Little Indians by Josephine Lovell. This is 1935, 1936. Wonderful book about the indigenous peoples, talking about lifestyle and culture and nature, and it's just absolutely wonderful. And it's beautifully illustrated. Yeah, it's just perfect. This one, just the title itself is nothing that we would title our books right now. And I am going to show these just for context. Like, this is what they were. It's very fascinating illustrations in here. They are anthropomorphized creatures. And this is from, I thought I got that year from here already. It's Victorian. It's Victorian anyway. But inside are absolutely beautiful illustrations. Interesting. It's very old. You can see all of the staining and foxing in this book. It's on a coated pulp paper. It's like slightly coated to make it smooth. That's where you've got these like really quality engravings here. Look at this. There are some treasures in here, guys. Don't judge a book by its cover or its title. Dancing crocodile. These are so pretty. But it definitely has a lot of staining on the pages, which for me, it just adds great ambiance to it. Some ripped pages. This one's missing its back flyleaf. This is Hector the Dog. This is one of those McLaughlin Brothers books. It's got these lithographs. Not as quality as some of the other ones. Another Uncle Wiggily book. Of course, this one is a paperback on a coated pulp paper. Here's Uncle Wiggily and the Starfish, and this is 1943. Reminds me a bit of, like, the cover reminds me of a comic book style, but inside you just have these pulp paper pages with some cute little illustrations. Pages coming right out. And then lastly, we have Stories Children Like, We have a very old-fashioned illustration here on the cover. Inscription says December 25th, 1933. And all of the illustrations here, if you can see, they kind of look like they're all patchwork. You can tell like the tree has these different patterns on them. You've got this page here with the little pig's house, which is all like patchwork gingham. It's gingham and calico, sorry. It's just so gorgeous. Even the black and white ones, they depict the fabric beautifully. Oh my gosh, look at that one. And the ugly duckling. You've got this dog here. Look, can you see this? You've got the little pin, straight pin, and the sewing needle with thread. I absolutely love that. Look at her. Look at this little doll woman. Like a little ragdoll woman. It's so cute. You've got the stitching going up here as well. Like, these are just so unique. You've got the little straight pin right here on the bottom. And then, of course, they do have the story of a little black Sambo. Depicted in a very old style. And that is it. That is the end of my haul. They had some quite a lot of old children's books and interesting books that I picked up. I'm hoping I'm going to be able to use them in my crafting. And if any of these strike your fancy, please let me know if you would like me to add this to my shop. And with that, without further ado, I say God bless you all, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.